Hi, everyone. Well, today I'm going to do a bottled and bond weeded bourbon blind with two bottles that I'm sort of on the fence about. In this corner, we have the Old Fitzgerald bottled and bond, 7 years. And in this corner, we have the Wilderness Trail bottled and bond bourbon, small batch. I'm on the fence about both of these. This one is the hot new bottle here that everyone is trying to get. It just showed up in one store in my area. There were three bottles. I grabbed one, nothing left. Had not seen it since. Never saw Old Forester before that. So I overpaid for this, and it was a bottle that I thought I had to get. It's a Heaven Hill bottle. It's got some funk to it that there's something with that Heaven Hill profile that I think pervades a lot of their expressions, but it's just something where I think it's good. It's just not great. I think there's other weeded bourbons I have that are better. And this one I just picked up, just reviewed it yesterday. And it's also good, but it's got there was kind of like a bitter note. The only other time I've said that about something was the Green River regular bourbon and regular weeded. And I'm kind of getting that. There's just some bitter note I can't place. So both of these have some things I like about them, but there's just, for those reasons, I'm just kind of on the fence. Thought I'd like to put them together, and there's a lot that's similar about them because just in terms of the mash bill and other stuff. So this is Heaven Hill Wilderness Trail. This is 7 years old, age stated. This is at least 4 years old, just by definition of a bottled and bond. We don't know anything else beyond that. It may be older, but we know at least 4. Obviously, being bottled and bond, they're both 100 proof. The Old Fitzgerald is a mash bill of 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley, and the Wilderness Trail is 64% corn, 24% wheat, and 12% malted barley. So basically, you have the same malted barley, the corn and the wheat, just kind of relatively within a few points of each other. As far as I know, this is a sour mash where they used the back set. This is a sweet mash where there is no back set. As far as I know, this is chill filtered. This says non-chill filtered, and I think this is regular batch, small batch. The price is where it gets a little interesting because, this one, first of all, is, it's not very available. I only saw it in one store for the first time ever. It's supposed to be $60. I definitely overpaid. I've seen it running as into the hundreds in places too. Not that I overpaid to that amount, but it definitely couldn't definitely run something. This is I've seen in a lot of places, and this generally runs in the 50s. So that's pretty much the deal with that. Let's pour them up, mix them up, and we will get started. Okay, so we have these poured up, mixed up, have no idea which is which. Just want to know two quick things. First of all, I caught myself doing this before, and when I reviewed this bottle originally, at one point just before, and at one point in the review, I caught myself calling this Old Forester. It's Old Fitzgerald, I guess the OF, just out of habit saying Old Forester, especially since I've never seen an old Fitzgerald before, so just a habit. So in any event, it's Old Fitzgerald. And the other thing is that in a previous bottled and bond weeded blind, I had the Holiday soft red wheat bottled and bond 6 year against this Old Fitzgerald and the Holiday 1, and I picked it out right away. This is very, very easy to pick out. I know this profile very well. This is so weird. My screen keeps going dark as I'm doing the video. So if I see me tapping it, that's why. In any event, another technical issue. But anyway, so this one against this. So I'm going to leave this out of this one. This is simply between these two. So let's get started before my screen blacks out again. You can see I'm trying to not look at the color. I thought they were fairly even. So let's just give each a nose. Okay. I'm getting more out of the nose on this one, for better or worse. Let me try this again. There's just more here on this one. All right, let's give this a taste. Cheers. Cheers. I think I know which is which already. Okay, so one more time. Cheers. Cheers. Okay. I'm going to say this is the Old Fitzgerald, and this is the Wilderness Trail, and then I'll give you my preference. Old Fitzgerald, Wilderness Trail. Okay. Very easy to pick out, and I'll tell you why, and I'll give you my preference. As I said, there's a certain graininess in this Old Fitzgerald, and I'm sure it's a Heaven Hill. I don't notice it certainly in the Larceny. It's funny because I noticed it a little bit in the Larceny small batch, lower proof, but on the Larceny barrel proof, which I love, I don't. At the higher proof, I don't. There's something, it's some kind of a Heaven Hill taste or something like that in the profile. But in any event, it's a graininess that I'm not thrilled about. I get that here. This has some kind of a bitter note in it, but I will tell you that before I get to that, so that's how I can pick this out right away, and I kind of detected that also on the nose. Now we have them in the right order, and I guess what I was getting was that on the nose. Believe it or not, so with my issue with each one of them, between the two of them, I actually like the Wilderness Trail better. It has a richer flavor. It does not have that note, despite that, what I call a bitter note, but I'm not sure if that'll, maybe when I get more into it or this bottle opens up a little bit, that will go away. But I will tell you that I think between the two of them, let me try this again. Yeah, between the two bottles, Wilderness Trail Bottled in Bond small batch bourbon is the winner of this blind. I was able to certainly pick out the profile difference. Now, if you think about it, this one is, at least in my area, well more available than this, and it's cheaper even at MSRP. It's cheaper, and it's well cheaper considering what this is going at in a lot of places. So this one's the winner. I'm not going to blind it against this because, first of all, I'll be able to tell which is which. I have a feeling, despite this winning this blind, I think the Holiday would beat this because I think I prefer this profile. It's a little bit more like the Maker's Mark type profile. I find that there's some similarities between those. Not exact, but in any event, for this blind, for this comparison, the Wilderness Trail Bottled in Bond bourbon is the winner. Maybe I'll start liking this more as it opens up a little bit. Cheers. Take care. Thanks for watching.